Hi, I'm Bianca, and this is Flora and Fate, where I take you along to discover cozy, charming towns, scenic escapes, and quiet moments in New England and beyond. Today we are visiting Rockland, Maine, a coastal town whose identity has always been tied to what moved through its streets and out across the water. In winter, the pace shifts. The center of town stays grounded and familiar, and the edges grow quieter, giving the town's history room to surface. Downtown, the Strand Theatre anchors Main Street. It was opened in 1923 and has remained a constant through decades of change. Once a place for silent films, it continues to host performances and screenings today. Its presence speaks to Rockland's long habit of gathering, whether for entertainment, conversation, or simply warmth during the colder months. Around it, brick buildings and narrow storefronts reflect a town built to serve both residents and those passing through on their way to the harbor. Nearby, the Farnsworth Art Museum quietly reinforces Rockland's connection to creativity. The museum's focus on Maine artists, including the Wyeth family, mirrors the town itself. These artists were drawn not to a spectacle, but to the working landscapes, weathered buildings, and coastal routines. That same character still defines the streets outside, where rhythm of daily life feels steady rather than hurried. Just beyond, the Maine Lighthouse Museum points to Rockland's dependence on the sea. Long before modern navigation, this coastline required constant attention. Lights, lenses, and signals guided ships through fog and darkness, and the stories preserved here speak to a time when safety depended on precision and endurance. It's a reminder that Rockland's harbor was never just for scenery, but infrastructure. As we move towards the waterfront, the town opens wide. Rockland Harbor stretches out calm under the winter sky. In the 19th century, this shoreline was lined with lime kilns, fueling an industry that earned Rockland national recognition. Ships carried lime from this port to cities up and down the East Coast, making the harbor one of the most active in the region. Winter strips down that history to its bones. Boats sit motionless, rigging pulled tight against the cold. Gulls circle above the docks, their calls cutting through the quiet. Along the water's edge, pigeons gather and scatter, tracing small patterns above the pavement. The harbor feels paused, shaped by tide and temperature more than schedules. At the far edge of the waterfront, the breakwater stretches into the bay, its granite blocks forming a long, narrow line against the water. Built in the late 1800s to protect the harbor, it still stands as a barrier between Rockland and the open Atlantic. Beyond it, the Breakwater Lighthouse appears small and distant, steady against the horizon, a marker rather than a focal point. From here, the town feels settled behind us, what remains of the sound of the water, the weight of the stone, and the sense of place that has always known how to endure quieter seasons as well as busy ones. Rockland holds its history in plain view, offering it slowly through streets, shorelines, and the steady presence of the harbor itself. If you love cozy adventures like these or have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, stay curious and stay wild.